I'm Paul Cattell, team leader at RHS Garden Wisley, and I'm going to talk you through apple thinning. When it gets to June, if your tree is laden with fruit, thinning it will benefit this year's crop and future crops to come as well. So it's a simple task to do, really one worth undertaking. So why do we thin? Simply put, it's to ensure a good quality crop of fruit of a good size. It helps us to get a regular yield from our apple trees instead of having a huge amount of apples one year and a barren year the next. So you'll get a regular amount of good sized and good quality fruit by undertaking thinning. It's quite easy to do. You just need to know whether you've got a cooker or a dessert apple. If we've got a dessert, we want to leave no more than 2 apples per cluster. Each cluster needs to be 10 to 15 centimeters apart. We're currently stood amongst some cooking apples. They generally grow bigger. So we were looking for a single apple per cluster left on the tree. Those single apples need to be 15 to 20 centimeters apart. So just that little bit wider. The crop this year is not huge. We don't have a huge amount of apples throughout the orchard. In some sections, on some trees, the trees are overly laden, and coming along and thinning those crops is really going to benefit this year's crop and next. It also means we can select which fruit we want to remain on the tree. So how do we thin? We don't want to grab the apple and twist it off the tree. There's a chance that by doing that, you'll pull the whole cluster off and you'll be left with nothing. Really, all it needs is to hold the apple you're removing and lift it upwards, away from gravity, and it should come off at the stalk. No twisting and yanking, just a gentle lifting up of the fruit. We look out as we thin for anything that's been damaged or has got sign of disease. This time of year, that's often sawfly. We might see a ribboning effect of the sawfly just under the skin, or we might see the hole where the sawfly has buried into the apple. We want to make sure we don't leave the damaged fruit on the trees, and if we're going to leave anything on the tree, we want to leave the really good, healthy looking fruits. There might be a bit of scabs on the skin. If you can peel it and the apple will be fine underneath, but if you've got a choice, take the one with a bit of scab off and leave the good ones on the tree. As well as damaged and diseased, look for any fruit that's misshapen. And of course, watch out for those branches where there's so much fruit that if you left it all on, there's a danger it's going to break the branch. So lots of choices to be made. If you've still got good apples left, I'd favour the ones that are on the top of the branches. Why? They're going to get more sun. Sunshine and light are going to encourage that apple to ripen. It's going to colour up more, higher sugar content, be nicer to eat. So we'll take out, if we have a choice, the ones on the shadier side of the branch will be the ones that we lose. Don't worry about what you're taking off. Worry about what you're leaving on the tree. That's what you're going to enjoy when it comes to the autumn. If we don't leave too much fruit on the tree this year, the tree's got a lot more energy to put into fruit bud formation, and that's going to benefit next year's crop as well. I hope these tips prove useful, enabling you to thin your apple crop this year and will benefit your crop to give you those nice sized and good quality fruit this autumn and a good crop of apples next year as well.